Welcome to the newly restored Castro Theatre. We are here on the day before the grand reopening of the landmark LGBT film and cultural space known as the Castro Theatre. 2 years and 2 days since it closed. So, built in 1922 as a film venue, the Castro has adapted to change for the 102 years of its history. First, there were silent films here, and then the talkies came, and then during the 80s, well, the age years were dark for the entire world, but especially felt here in the Castro. And a lot of community events started going on here. AIDS, HIV fundraisers, drag performances, sing-alongs, so people would come to the Sound of Music and sing along, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and a lot of stars would come here. So there's a lot of history to the Castro. Even though it was built as a film palace, it's always hosted other things besides film. Here you see the theater set up in theater style with beautiful new comfy seats with lumbar support. And each row is 6 inches higher or lower than the row in front of it, depending on where you are, and that is to give extraordinary sight lines for film events. Actually, the sight lines will be better than the original seating in the Castro Theatre. And then when there's a stand-up concert or something like that, the seats will retract, be stored here on site, and you'll have standing platforms. The other thing we're really excited about, you can't see it, but underneath that platform is the world's largest digital theatrical organ. And as everyone remembers who's come to the Castro for years, before a film, the organ rises out of the pit, and David Hegarty, who's been playing the theater here, theater organ for more than 40 years, will do it again.
Be good now. Just be good. I remember the first night that I played at the Castro Theatre, it was in '76, filling in. I didn't know the song San Francisco. I had just come in from Ohio and was not familiar with it, and someone hummed it to me that afternoon, and I jotted it down so I could play it. And I played it for the first time that night. I can't imagine really doing anything else.
So we are here in the mezzanine of the historic Castro Theatre, and well, you'll see it in a little bit, some of the original seats from 1922, interspersed with ones that have been replaced over the years. And the seats from 1922 have been declared historically significant. So really, really special. Not very comfortable, but historic. An interesting little story for those of you who are history nuts. Back in 1922, there was another chandelier there. And when movies changed from silent films to the talkies, that meant that the people who were employed as orchestra members playing music for the films, they were unemployed. And the story goes that a disgruntled orchestra member set fire to the original chandelier and almost burned the theater down. So the replacement chandelier in 1937 was built, and that's why it's kind of Art Deco versus this other melange. I think the last thing that I find really special about the Castro is for over 100 years, it's been the center of this community. And people from around the world, when they see that neon blade sign, they know that this stands for San Francisco, a city that's opening and welcoming. And it just really gives me chills.